Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad to tackle this topic today, which is going to be all about who do you need to become to manifest your dream career. I think this is a beautiful topic. And as you know, in this channel, we use these intuitive readings really as a complement of your business strategy to give you some insights, some ideas. So always trust your intuition first. And yeah, take what resonates, leave the rest. And I hope this can provide you some additional guidance on top of everything that you're already doing for your business. So, to choose your pile today, you can choose just based on the cards, what you're feeling drawn to. And if you want to choose based on the crystals, here we have carnelian heart. Here we have this green stone. And for the third group, we have rose quartz. So take some time to see which group is calling to you the most. And I see you in your dedicated pile. Welcome, group one, if you chose the carnelian stone, the heart for your pile today. We're gonna see who do you need to become in order to manifest your dream career. And I'm already feeling that this has to do a lot with expressing yourself more because the carnelian is making me think of the sacral chakra, which is a lot of about creation. So let's see who do you need to become in order to manifest your dream career. This is going to be as usual our final closing message and confirmation, and I'm going to grab two decks. One to see, I usually ask for one card on the energy. Today I'm just going to slightly phrase the question differently. It's going to be who you are being right now, everything that is, your strength, um, your talents, your skills, who are you being right now, and then who are you. This card really wants to come out, so I'm just going to switch. And who are you becoming? It's going to be the second. Just adjusting the cards. Okay. So I'm also gonna grab this deck. Oops. So this is like, again, who are you being right now in a positive way already? And then who do you need to become? Okay. So let's see. To manifest your dream career, group one. So who are you being right now? Expansion. Okay. That's really nice energy. I think right now you have become someone that is not afraid of adventure anymore. And especially in business, this is so important because with time, it can feel scary to take new risks, to, expand even our mind, to think what is possible. So I think right now you're becoming someone that is way more open minded and delusional, but in the best way possible. You have reached a point of understanding of the energetics as well in the business. And I think you're really in this energy of expanding what's possible for you. So it's really a nice energy. And with kind of like the gold colors, I also feel that you are in a phase of your life where you're feeling more abundant than before. And this is not just about money, but you're in this energy of feeling like you have more for you that you value, friendships, you have things that really make you feel peace and make you feel proud. And especially in your business, you're currently seeing potential as well. Like, I don't think you may have been stuck in the past, but right now, the moment you watch this reading, I think you don't feel stuck anymore. And there is something about you expanding really, um, in terms of mindset, but also in terms of revenue, in terms of offers, in terms of um, the way you communicate. Like there is an energy of opening, of openness. Things opening. Let's see. Protect your boundaries. I think this is a bit more the past energy of boundaries, of restriction, because these two energies are very contrasting. We have boundaries and then we have expansion. And I think in the past, probably up until 2026, there was somehow a lot of this energy of restriction, even restricting yourself from thinking bigger, thinking what's possible. And things are changing now. You're really in this expansive, positive energy. So let's see now. Who do you need to become in order to manifest this dream career? Way shower. Shake up the system, cellular upgrades. So I think this is about integrating this on a much, much deeper level, um, to the point that it becomes your natural state with the DNA and cellular upgrades. And way shower also makes me think that you need to become someone that recognizes their potential to inspire others as well, and assuming more this identity, being more comfortable with the fact of being someone that thinks that things are possible. Sometimes we don't want to be too delusional because it makes us look like we're not grounded, especially in business. But I think with the way way shower, um, to manifest your dream career, you need to take more space. Like this is all related to the same theme of expansion, but you need to take up more space. This doesn't mean being more loud, but it means being comfortable, like showing the fact that you're a person that believes, um, that things are really possible in business. This is a reading especially focused on business, but it could be also in your personal life. Being comfortable with the fact that you think that things are possible for you, and integrating that so much into your body that you don't feel the need to keep this version of yourself just to certain people. I think it's about, with the right context and environment, but being able to be yourself all the time versus being yourself only in certain environments. Because maybe in terms of the business, when we have this energy, of not necessarily feeling that we can talk about confidently about our offers in all environments and social settings, maybe we're also missing opportunities of people that could buy from us or become our mentors or collaborate with. So there is this need for you to become more comfortable with this energy of, yeah, like thinking bigger, but also going after your dreams. And this is gonna this is not something that you have to say like literally in your marketing, but it's really an energy. You need to be in this energy of, this is my truth, and I'm not gonna apologize for thinking that things are possible for me, for being really excited about my offers, for, really promoting everything I believe in. Like the energy of openness is gonna take you to your dream career, because I feel that maybe there are some people that you have met or that you will meet in your career that could buy from you or could be really interested in what you do if you were more in this energy of the way shower, of like showing yourself as you really are. And it's written also, shake up the system. So there is this, it's not a rebellious energy per se, but it's more like um yeah, thinking like, I know this is not the mainstream, thought and way of thinking, but this is a way I believe in. And I think in the past you didn't want to shake up too much like people's, opinions, or you were kind of scared to maybe trigger them. But in order to manifest this dream career, you need to be more open to being fully you all the time, because it's going to unlock opportunities in your career. Let's see what else about who do you need to become. Honor your wisdom. Love this card. Yeah. It's like honoring the wisdom that you have gained. And when I was talking about being delusional, this is not this is not just to say that we believe things are possible because this is what we want to believe. It's because I'm sure that in the course of your life there are things that you have manifested, things that you have created, whether it's you directly or that you have seen in very close friendships and environments, that made you understand what was possible as well for you. Like, this is not just based on imagination, these are experiences that you have lived, and deep down that if you trust a little bit more, you could really take all these manifestations to the next level. So this is why you can look at it as wisdom. It's not just affirming new beliefs because it looks good. Is because it's your own inner wisdom that you have gained throughout the years that tells you what is possible for you and what is possible for you in business. So this is also an energy that is grounded. And I think maybe doing this bridge between, the expansion, the delusion, and something more grounded is gonna help you really manifest that dream career, because both are really they just go together. So yeah, there is this need to basically keep on expanding, keep on being yourself, and lowering a bit the barrier, the protection of not allowing to be fully yourself in some environments, and fully um comfortable talking about what you think it's possible for you, for the business, talking about your projects, like being excited about your business without fearing that someone will tell you, well, you're kind of like dreaming, or this is not possible. Because there are always people that, are going to come and tell you that it's not realistic. But I think you're you need to think of the people that are going to be on board, and you need to think of all the people that are potential for collaboration and clients. You need to think of them first, and by being yourself, the right people will align, you know? So, yeah. Let's see what we have as a final closing message, confirmation. Oh, I love this card, Destiny Path. This is a really interesting card and powerful card. This is something about, things meant to be and having a great destiny. So, again, this is not saying um, that you're gonna change the world just to, give you a nice message and something that is not realistic at all. This is just confirming that when you really lean into your expansion and you lean into embracing this identity of being more you and thinking bigger and being okay with that, it's like the path that you're currently in is, let's say it's like that. And by becoming the person that is comfortable with this new version is gonna really open up. Like the destiny path means like things like are going to not just like get better, but also like there's something about the scale of what is possible in your business right now. Maybe you're having one offer and you could have 10. Maybe you're in one country and you can be in 20. There's this energy of like the path expanding, like in a really, really crazy and powerful way once you kind of like own this energy in your body. Like I don't think you're too far, but it's just about this need of integration in the body, and there is also a need of having access to this energy in a more consistent way so that you don't feel that you always have to protect yourself. And knowing that by doing that, you're honoring your inner wisdom and that this is going to open something really, really big. And this is why the topic of today's video is dream career, because we're not just talking about hitting a revenue goal. We're talking about creating a dream career where you feel so aligned with what you're doing, with where things feel more effortless, where you're expanding beyond what you thought is possible. So this card is really reflecting that energy of like dream career. And yes, this is the guidance right now in your business. It's an internal work that you can do. And from a business perspective, this is also something that you could reflect on and brainstorm. Like, if I was being fully myself and fully okay with things being possible for me, what would I say? What would I launch? What would I create? Um, to just get through this, maybe ceiling that you have put on what you think is possible for you right now. And once you remove that ceiling, like the path becomes way more easy because you're allowing more people in, you're allowing more things in. Basically, you become um a kind of like, how is it called, a vessel to receive way more, you know and because of the you chose the carnelian stone, there is really this sacral chakra energy of creation, and I think you recently got back in touch with that, with your own potential of creating things. And even the stone, the heart is quite big, so I feel there is this bigness, this energy of so many things possible once you own again everything we've been talking about, expanding what is possible for you and what you're able to create with your own ideas, with your own inner fire. So this is the reading that I have for you on who do you need to become. And I just want to tell you that you're really on the right path because you're already in an energy of expansion. So this is more about integrating all these things. And yeah, really beautiful energy. I hope this resonated for you. Let me know in the comments. How do you feel this year about, expanding what's possible? Um, and yep, I hope, um, I really hope this gave you some guidance, and I see you very soon in another intuitive reading. Welcome, pile number 2, if you chose the green crystal for today's reading. Today's topic is all about who do you need to become to manifest your dream career. I'm really excited about this topic. I feel like it's opening us to, dreaming more and thinking bigger, which is all the goal of this channel. So, as usual, we're going to keep this card as a final clarification and final message. And I'm going to grab two decks. Oh, wait, sorry. Confused. It is this deck. So the first thing I usually ask, what is the overall energy? In this case, I'm going to ask, who are you being right now already for your dream career? And then who do you need to become to manifest the career of your dreams? So who are you already being right now? This is meant to be, highlighting all your strength, all the things that you're doing well, the skills, who are you already being right now? And then obviously, who do you need to become to take things to the next level? So, who are you being right now? Akasha. Strip back, simplify, looking at your origins. I'm already getting an energy of authenticity, very specifically. Um, Strip back and simplify. I think like you went, on I'm also getting like you went on very, very different path in your life. You've tried a lot of things. You've done different jobs. You've changed country. Like I feel this energy of, you've been doing a lot and now you're kind of like, I'm not saying that you're not doing all these things, but you're kind of getting back to the origins of actually who you are and what you really want to do in life. So I think the work that you have done in all these years is basically a work of authenticity. I'm getting this very strongly. And I think this is also reflecting in your business because maybe you have really, if this file is going to resonate with you, I feel that your project is quite recent. I don't know if it's a few months or 1 year or even, a few weeks, but there is this energy of a new business idea, or maybe you already started, that is really really it's really for the first time you're in this energy of authenticity. And I think this is why you may have started this recent business. Again, it could be maybe you've started a year ago or two, but I don't feel like this is if this power resonates with you, it's not going to be like it's been 10 years that you're doing the same business, because there is this energy of newness, of something quite recent that after going all the different roads and exploring in your life, you kind of went to strip back and simplify and finding yourself again, seeing what's really calling to you, seeing what's very authentic to you, and then starting a business based on that. So I think this is a really beautiful energy of having, for the first time in your life, a business that you feel so aligned with. At least the idea and the intent behind it are very, very authentic, and this is why it's gonna really work. So it's a really beautiful energy to start with. Let's see who are you being right now. Oh my god, unfurl a new beginning. I love when the cards just match what I'm getting, because we're talking about business sometimes, and these are not business cards, so sometimes it's really I need to really lean into my intuition to make this connection to the business side. So whenever there are like such clear confirmation, I think it's really beautiful. So unfurl a new beginning. So completely confirming the energy of newness, of like you're becoming like, after, I don't want to say like, dark nights of the soul and all these things, because yeah, maybe we do go through them, but as humans, as entrepreneurs and business owners, I feel like we're constantly in renewal mode. Like for a few months we work on things and then another thing, and then we go to a mentor and we work on another thing. So being in the constant energy of evolution and working on yourself, I think it's part of being an entrepreneur. So this is not about, just you having had a dark night of the soul and now becoming someone new. I think it's more like you've evolved in your life, but now when it comes to your business specifically, you're able to reach, like, really, you're able to get it back in touch with authenticity and who you are really at your core, what do you believe in, what you want to do, the things that matter to you. You have embraced again, like what you wanted to do in the first place. So I'm getting that in terms of the career direction, I think you're already starting your dream career, in the sense of this is probably your dream job. Like, if tomorrow I will tell you would be paid, you know, a lot of money to do it, I think you wouldn't necessarily change path, because this is feeling so aligned. And this is a new beginning. Like, it's all the green as well as the heart chakra. So it's very uh sincere, and genuine. There is something really about going back to who you really are that is really important. So you're becoming, right now, you have become this person that has started something that is dear to their hearts. And because it's dear to your heart, it's gonna work. Now, let's see how we can, ground this energy and manifest the dream career and just make it more tangible and expand. Communication. New states again of consciousness, untapped potential. So this is again confirming this energy of this is something new, untapped potential. It's like for the first time you're tapping into your own potential. Not that you're not skilled in other areas, but this is, because you're passionate about it, you're gonna get good at it if you're not already really good. And communication, I think you need to become someone that you're already more authentic, but I think communication is, you need to become someone that is more comfortable with, I'm not getting communicating with others. I'm getting more like you need to become someone that is more available to receive their own ideas and creative ideas and act on them. I think this is something between you and you. Like, this is not communicating more about your offers. I think this is more the internal dialogue and all the space that you make to just receive the ideas and then act on them. And it even says explore new states of consciousness. So this is really about an internal work that you can do to become really someone that trusts even more their intuition, that can communicate, with themselves, in the sense of maybe, you can journal more, like you can meditate more if that calls to you, but just establishing this kind of very strong communication with your intuition is going to allow you manifest your dream career, because you're already on the career that you love, I think, or at least you have started it. And because, and this is was, it wasn't an easy path, but now that you're ready to be more authentic, you also need to maintain this energy on the long term. And to manifest that dream career, it's going to be all about following your creative urges. Now that you have found, let's say, your way, even if I think we can find different things in life that we're passionate about, but in this moment in your life, you found something that really matters to you. So with this communication card, I think the guidance is you need to become someone that is really rooted in this new truth, and you're gonna do that with, acting on the creative urges of this project, acting on what you think it's good to launch, what you think it's good to say, like, and really trusting your intuition. And this is why it's maybe an untapped potential, because before you were not necessarily um, you know, looking for the answers within. You were looking a lot, what people do, what the coach says, what is the best marketing strategy. And now you're ready to lean way more into your intuition, but you also need to act on it. That's the thing. Um, I think that's also the turning point is one, you become more in touch with your intuition, and then you really act on it. This is going to manifest a dream career, to follow the creative urges, and not just, listening to your intuition, journaling on what you should launch next, what you should do during the week, and then not acting on it. So there is a strong guidance of taking an energy of action as well. Oh my God, follow your bliss. More confirmation about really having found a project that is so emotionally fulfilling. I think this is the best gift that we can have in life. And I think it's a gift that is also earned, because going down a path of authenticity is one thing to say it, but it's another thing to actually do it. So I think you've earned this, and now following this new beginning, this new joyful energy, is gonna lead you to the dream career. So really follow this passion, but really act on it as well. Like, don't forget to act on your creative urges now that you got back in touch with what you want to do with your intuition. Just don't stay in the meditative state once you have the answers. Like, act on it and you will manifest your dream career. Let's see, what is the final closing message? Nourish the shadow. Yes. So I think whenever there are moments that come up and you feel like, I think, hold on a second. Deep down, let's kind of establish that deep down, you know that this is the right business for you. But when it comes to acting on your creative urges, I think sometimes you feel a lot of resistance, and then the ego kind of panics. And that's when the guidance is really nourishing the shadow, and being gentle with yourself and understanding where are these fears coming up. What are the limiting beliefs that are blocking you from taking action? Because your heart is already guiding you, your intuition, but then maybe when it comes to business, the business strategy of the everyday life, of how to say things, maybe sometimes you don't act on what you think you should do. And there might be some fears, coming from the past that can surface up. So being also in an energy of nourishment, and with also the follow the bliss, like, you can even, honestly, I love to make a list of the things that make me feel good, because you're the initiator of the energy of the business as a founder. So by knowing yourself and knowing what recharges you, it allows us to kind of soften the fears, and whenever you're about to, I don't know, post something or launch something that kind of scares you, I think it's always good to go back to that list of things that make you feel good and do it before, and also doing it after, to kind of, like, train your brain that it's safe to follow your creative urges. Because what we don't want to do in business is associate everything with stress, because then the nervous system, responds back, and we start posting less, we start selling less, we start producing less um, because yes, we don't want to be in this constant state of stress. So there's also a need to soften those fears, and whenever you see that they're coming up, you need to be able to regulate your nervous system and do things that make you feel good. Reward yourself, for example. I really think it's important once you've taken, a risk, or you've done something that was taking you out of your comfort zone in business. It's always good to reward yourself, like with one small thing that you appreciate, whether it's going on a walk, buying yourself a cup of coffee, or just anything that makes you feel good, because being in business is also for the long run. And if we don't know how to sustain ourselves, it might be difficult. And I have an episode actually coming up in my podcast. The link is below if you want to check. Um, I have an episode about, one thing is sustaining the business, but then who is sustaining you? And again, the key is like who is sustaining you as the founder? Like, because this is kind of like the most important thing. Like, one thing is the business, the foundation, all this legal and operating structure, but then who is sustaining you as a business owner? Because you're constantly in charge for giving the input. So knowing how to recharge yourself is really, really important, and knowing how to nourish that shadow when those fears come up. So this is the guidance for your, your reading, becoming really this powerhouse of mix of being authentic, trusting your intuition and acting on it. So I hope this resonated. Let me know if what is the business that you recently started. Just you can take if you want to don't if you don't want to share too much, just put a few words. If you picked group 2, and let me know, even with emojis, what is the type of business that is dear to your heart that you recently started. So wishing you lots of success in this business endeavor, sending you lots of love, and I see you soon in another intuitive reading. Welcome group 3 if you chose the rose quartz for today's reading, which is all gonna be about who do you need to become to manifest your dream career. I use this crystal every morning, and it has a really light-hearted and beautiful energy, which makes me think that you're loving yourself way more in this period of your life, which is also going to help you manifest your dream career. So let's see what comes up. This is always the card of the final closing message. So let's see. I usually ask what is the energy and then what is the guidance, but right now we're going to ask who are you being right now in the most positive way, and what is the guidance of who you need to become. Who are you already being right now? Which are the qualities, the strength that are already leading you to manifest more things, and then what can really take you to the next level in terms of your career. So let's see. Who are you being right now? Crystal dragon, sounding color, healing modalities, rainbow ray. I think it's funny because we have a lot of crystals, and they kind of look like this one. With new healing modalities, I think right now you're someone that is able to, how they say in psychology, like parenting yourself, being your own mother. It means like you're able, sorry, to nourish yourself and kind of give you what you need, if that makes sense. Like, really, as I said in psychology, it's like parenting yourself. with the healing thing and the softness and sound and color, I think you've become someone that, and this is an extremely powerful thing. You become someone that is able to give them what they need and nourishment, and you're able to know what you need, when you need it, and how you can give it to yourself. um and why is it so important in this context of dream career and business? It's because whatever happens, I think, in your business, whether things are going great or you have a slower month, I think you're able to hold yourself throughout all this entrepreneur journey, because you have learned the tools, you have done a lot of work on self-worth, self-value. um like, you're really in touch with all the things that make you unique and skilled and really talented. And I think there's this very loving energy also with this rose quartz of, what you're worth as a person and as an entrepreneur, and you're really able to hold yourself through maybe sometimes doubt, or when you have a fear in your business. Like, you have become someone that can sustain, I'm getting, like, not only one company but multiple businesses. And it's this energy of the leaders that are able to fix anything in a business, like the CEOs that you go to, and they just have this calm energy and they tell you, okay, let's do this, let's do that, let's try that, it's okay. I feel that you have this energy right now, like, of a confident boss, but not in the just very masculine side of, like, action and being confident, but it's more on the other side of what sometimes we call the divine feminine, of just being, like, calm but very, very smart about your decisions, and being able to navigate things in business, being able to give yourself um, love when you need, giving yourself rest, understanding when you need to go to a mentor, understanding when you need to take a break. So I feel like you've become someone, again, I see you as this very powerful, leader. Uh, because, yeah, you've become someone that can hold themselves. And once we are able to hold ourselves and trust ourselves and love ourselves in business, like, anything is possible. Because, as I was saying, we can navigate so many challenges in business, but if we're able to always come back to our base, we're able to navigate everything. The good, the bad, the in between, the transition, the new businesses, the move, the relocation. And, yeah, you have become that person already, um, which is amazing. And I don't know why I'm getting really that you could lead multiple businesses in the future. Maybe you already have a business. Like, there's this energy of you knowing how to handle complexity and responsibility and big numbers and a lot of employees and, big things, but from a very calm and sharp decision making space. So let's see also who you have become. Radiant gratitude. Yes. More loving energy. Like, you're also getting not just gratitude for others, but you're also able to recognize the good in yourself. And this is why it's not to say that you feel grateful for yourself, but with the sunflowers, like, you recognize your own light and you're able to know what you're capable of and holding yourself, really. Um, and this is also why you're gonna stand out in the future, because um, you can hold much more, and this is gonna help you do really big things in your life, in your business. and also be a light for a lot of people, maybe the people you work with, your employees, your clients. Like, you're gonna stand out also for them. So let's see what we have as who do you need to become to take that to the next level. Shadow mirror, deep healing understanding. I think this is about integrating the parts of yourself that maybe are not so comfortable for you, not so easy. And because you're able, to hold yourself, to know what you're worth, sometimes there can be this tendency of wanting to be perfect in your personal life and perfect as well in your business. And with this energy of the shadow, I don't think this is just about, working on your shadow and all these things, but it's more about what comes to my mind here. It's more about fears. And I think maybe sometimes, you don't allow for anything to not be perfect, because you're so capable of so much, and you have, yeah, that's the thing, you have such high standards for you and for your life right now, that maybe sometimes you don't allow yourself for things to be messy. I think, I don't know why I'm getting that you hate when things are things are messy. But a lot of entrepreneurs are perfectionists, so everyone is like that, myself included. We don't like when things are not clear and when we don't have clarity, and when things don't go right, like we don't like it. So I think to manifest your dream business, you need to be more okay with experimentation and things being a bit, not messy, but a bit more not going always the way you thought they would, because maybe you've become so good at what you do right now, but the dream career is going to require more experimentation from you, more risk, more out of your comfort zone. And I think maybe the reason you haven't done that is because it has taken you so long to feel comfortable with yourself, to feel comfortable with your business. I think there's a fear of going back to maybe old times where you weren't emotional fulfilled, where you didn't have clarity, where things were not working out. And it's kind of painful, to look back at those moments, especially in business, when we're not achieving our goals and we don't feel like, proud of ourselves. And yeah, these are really hard emotions to navigate. So I think the shadow energy is more like a fear of, the past emotions, past things, which is sometimes restricting you from experimenting more and being okay when things fail. And this doesn't mean that you're gonna fail at launching new offers, but let's say you launch, I don't know, let's say you launch a membership, if you have a service-based business. A membership or a group coaching, or yeah, even if you have a product, like a recurring membership of people receiving your products every month, like, and let's say, like, maybe not as many people buy from this membership as you would have thought. Well, here, what is going to take you to the next level in your business is not thinking that this means you are going backwards, or that you're not, as good as you thought you were, or you are not this leader that is able to make the right decisions. Like, it has nothing to do with that. Like, business is also about experimentation. And if you look at this membership idea in a new light, you're gonna think, okay, maybe actually it's not really feeling aligning because this of that, or because I need more freedom, or because I don't want to have the pressure of, having enough stock, or having to be always available for people. Let's say if you offer membership, maybe I need more freedom in my life. Like, instead of looking at it as kind of a failure, but a failure that affects, what you thought was good, look at it as, okay, this is helping me seeing where I have more value, where I actually have the greatest input and what I want to do. So, really, to manifest that dream career, you're gonna have to be more okay with experimentation, things not necessarily being so predictable all the time. And if they don't go the way you have planned, it doesn't have to sabotage, all this huge foundation that you have built throughout the years. And I think if this reading is going to resonate with you, I think people trust you a lot. And I think sometimes you're so afraid of people, maybe you're kind of afraid of the fear of people judging you for not being as perfect as you are. But this is, people don't do that. I think it's more you judging yourself for some time not making the best decisions in the business, or judging yourself for thinking that something is going to work and then not having it work. So I mentioned also in the beginning the energy of lightness, if you recall. So this is about more, you know, softness, more light, more lighthearted feeling. Because again, I think it has taken you so many years to get to this grounded, very wise place that you don't want to go back. Or maybe you have, your nervous system has memories of not wanting to go back to this fogginess or this lack of results that have affected you in the past. But to get to the next level, you're gonna have to be more okay with that. Like, and I have a really powerful exercise for you that I've shared in a newsletter. And it was an entire part of a program a series of emails that I wanted to launch, but I'm gonna give it to you right now. The exercise is simple, but it's really incredibly powerful. You're gonna grab a journal and you're gonna do an exercise of seeing in your business what are the things that come from you that are your skills and your strength on one side. And on the other side, you can draw like two columns. And on the other side, so on the left side, it's like everything that you're providing for the business. And on the right side, you're gonna write everything that has to do with the structure of the business, the operating systems, the platforms you have chosen, etc. The purpose of this exercise is to really distinguish for your brain, to distinguish what are your skills and what are the things. So let's say that the left column, which is really your skills and your talents, um, everything that makes your business unique. And on the right side, it's more the how this is implemented. So not the origin and the core thing. It's more like how this is currently translated in the business. So which operating systems do you have, which marketing systems do you have, etc. And the purpose of this exercise is to get really grounded in the future of what are the things that are steady and what are the things that can be adjusted. Because sometimes in business, we need to adjust certain things. Let's say, I don't know, you've been, I don't know, posting on YouTube, but maybe Instagram is better for you. Or maybe you have taken one accounting firm and maybe you need to take another. Maybe you have three offers and maybe you need to do one. that's separate from the energy of the content and what you're good at, you know. And why this exercise is so important, because it's going to allow you to be more confident with what you have to offer and what are your skills as a person that are very independent from how the business is currently structured. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to maybe think of an example to help you out. Let's say that you, let's say for an artist, because I also draw and paint, so I feel I have this idea. Let's say you're a creative or an artist, you know, on the left column, it's gonna be your gift. So let's say your creativity, your eye for design, your talent picking the right colors, like all these things are unique and they stand the test of time. They're not going to change in 1 week. Now, the business side is okay, where are you currently selling your art? The pricing of the paintings, the marketing strategy behind promoting those paintings, you know. And all of these things are on the right column that are related to the business are things that we need to experiment with in business. So, whenever, let's say, you launch a new collection of paintings and they don't sell, or the tendency to our brain is to mix those two things together, is to mix our value with the way you have structured or promoted that offer. And what our brain is going to do is, you know, immediately think like, oh my God, this painting wasn't valuable. I'm not that good of an artist. When in fact, what you actually should do is getting very grounded in the fact that you're an incredibly talented artist, but maybe in terms of how this is materializing, how this is being promoted, like the structure of it, maybe it wasn't the right platform. Maybe the tone of the email wasn't necessarily the right one. Maybe the pricing of the painting was not right. Maybe the shipping costs were, you know, not aligned with what you wanted. Or maybe um, you you have addressed the wrong audience or things like that. So anything that comes to the structure of your business is very different. And when we do this exercise of splitting both, we train our mind not to lose confidence about our value, you know? So, this is a very powerful exercise that you can do for your business. And this is going to allow you to get rid of this fear of being afraid of experimenting with the structure part, because I feel you have done so much healing work that you don't want to question, you know, this left column. Like, it's been so precious to find yourself and find your skills and find your talents that you don't want to be in a place where you're questioning it because of a lack of results. But you always have to remember that the business side of it has nothing to do with how valuable the things you offer are. So I really recommend you to do this exercise, and it's gonna take you to the next level, to the dream career, because you're gonna be even more rooted in what you already are good at, and you're not gonna be afraid of experimenting more. And this is gonna open up so much for you, you know. And because I was saying before, like, there's this complexity, this bigness to your energy, I think you can even, you know, start new businesses or try new things or launch new offers or open up a new country. Like, you can do a lot once you're not afraid of things not being exactly perfect or things not being the way you envisioned, because it's not gonna shake up the original foundation of you knowing, you know, what you're worth. Um, so let's see also what is the guidance. Grow belonging. Yeah. this is gonna really help you grow. And I think I wanna. Where is the? Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna grab the deck to read you. But I feel called to read you this message for some reason. Okay. A poet once said that you're only free when you realize you belong nowhere because you belong everywhere, which is no place at all. She speaks of what it takes to belong to oneself first and foremost. Now is the moment to cultivate a friendship between you and you, endeavoring to build true belonging within. No one can take your home away when it lives inside you. Amazing, beautiful message, an amazing confirmation of what I was saying before. There is a need to distinguish what is you, what is your value, what are your skills, what are you talented at, and then the business side. And once you are so rooted in what makes you you, which no one can take away from you, it's going to unlock the dream career because you're going to experiment more from the business side of it. From the, again, operating systems, structure, offers, like really the business side of it, you're going to try more because you're going to be really rooted in what makes you you. So yeah, I'm glad I just picked that message because it's confirming the rest. So let's see what is our final guidance closing message. Abundance. Yes. I was saying before that I feel like you have so much potential as a leader of, I don't know. I see you, leading lots of people, lots of companies, being invited to podcasts, being a speaker, like there you have so much potential when it comes to your dream career. And it all comes down to trusting yourself more, experimenting more, because the whales are a symbol of, bigness and the voice and being inspiration. I really feel that this is what you think you are right now and what you can do once you start experimenting and once you're not afraid of those past emotions that have been painful of associating your value with the result and all things not working out. And yeah, abundance in resources as well within you. We have an abundance of thoughts, abundance of ideas, abundance of creativity, all these things. So I think and also the pink, is standing out. It's like I'm so sorry, group 3, the camera went off and there was a little technical issues, but anyway. As I was saying, there is this energy of bigness to you. There is, I think, that you're capable of so much more, and you want to be something big. So don't be afraid to own that as well, because really, like, you're here and you can be here, and you can have so much abundance, so much success in your business if you really allow yourself to want it and get so rooted in your value that no matter what is going on with the business, you always try new things, take new risk, and you stay grounded in this leader energy of knowing what you're capable of. So I hope this reading resonated for you. This is a kind of different energy, so really let me know what things came up for you as you listen to this reading. And I wish you lots of success and lots of love for your business. And I hope to see you very soon in another intuitive reading.